Hello everybody and welcome to Taff's Word. Today on this episode we got an awful lot to talk about, but not quite as much as the last one of course, but there's signings to talk about, there's friendly matches to talk about, the kit, oh yes, got mine on, certain try lists, and of course a very pleasing update on Bar Amber. So the first thing I want to go straight into is obviously Mickey Dimitriou signed for us. I know I touched on it in the last episode, but it's such a big signing for us. I want to just show you a couple of other things now. Apologies if I've already showed you this before, but I've got to go through it again because it's such a big signing for us. Obviously, no captain has been announced yet, but it is rumoured that Mickey could be in line for it. We'll see. Obviously, a lot of people had a moan regarding how long it took to announce the signing, but personally, I couldn't care. The fact is he signed, and that's the most important thing. So here's what Mickey had to say. Buzzing has finally been announced now. Thanks for all the messages, means a lot. Yeah, can't wait for the season to start again, and this time go one better. So obviously Mickey's got his sights set firmly on promotion for next season. The bookies don't really fancy us that much, but there are a few people out there, sort of sports commentators and football pundits and self-made journalists, should we call them, that are tipping us as outsiders for promotion. So I'll go with that, although I prefer it when we're the underdog. We always tend to do better when no one expects us to do anything. But then, obviously, moving on to what the manager had to say once we did sign Mickey Dimitriou up, manager Michael Flynn added, Mickey gives us the balance on the left, and he is a key member of the group. It's another key signing for us. Key, absolutely. As I said, marquee signing. So, we've near enough played all of our friendly matches, although today we are playing Hungerford. As it stands, whilst I'm recording this, they're currently winning 1-0. I'd have gone myself, but wedding coming up, new season coming up, you've got to sort of prioritise with your money these days, Going to the first one that involved the first team was Shrewsbury away, but, well, it was more neutral than anything, because we played in Ludlow, not in Shrewsbury. But we won that 1-0. Following from that, Shrewsbury manager Sam Ricketts has tipped us as a promotion contender following the performance we put in against them. So yeah, I think that's a cracking result. I mean, we obviously played a friendly match whilst the guys were in Spain against Al Ali from Egypt and had a very reputable draw. I think beating Shrewsbury, who are fancied next season, funny enough. They're fancied in League One next season. To get the win against them, I know it's only a friendly match. And it just goes to show that we've got some players there capable of putting in a performance. Bath wasn't quite as good, but then it was a mixture of some first team, some trialists, some academy. That finished in a 1-1 draw after taking the lead. Not an awful lot to report on that. There wasn't really any standout trialists worth talking about in that game. So, yep, a 1-1 draw, a run out, nothing more. The next one was Western away, which was an 8-1 demolition job. But a friendly match, I mean, the fact that we won 8-1 doesn't really mean a lot to me. The fact that we won means something to me. The fact that the guys put in a good performance and obviously have got some significant match sharpness now to be able to put out a performance like that, that's what's most important to me, of course, So hopefully that is something that the club can build on, really. One notable thing about Weston was one of the trialists was in fact Sam Foley, who many say had a good game. Fair play to him. We'll come on to Sam Foley a little bit later on. Chelsea was the next one where there was only a few first teamers. I think Lazar, Stojsavljevic, Mark O'Brien, Keanu Marsh-Brown and Mo Toure, Marvel Ekpetita were the only real first teamers in action at the Chelsea game. But the thing with the Chelsea was it was a really good farewell to Fraser Franks. I managed to catch a good chat with him after the game, and he says that he's so humbled by the support he's got from not just the club but from the fans as well. He's basically said that you just wouldn't get this sort of thing at any other club. He said that the way that the club have supported him and helped him has been absolutely phenomenal. And, you know, it just makes me feel good, you know, to know that we are that kind of club, you know. I'm really, really pleased, you know, that we're helping him along his way, because he put in some really good performances for us, and he would have played for us this season if it wasn't for the condition that he's got. So obviously we all wish him all the best. And he said that he is going to be dropping down to Newport from time to time. He said he would have stayed here to live here if not for the fact that the opportunities for him are in London. You know, he said he would have loved to have stayed here, but he was only renting the house. They had an opportunity to buy a house down in London, so they've gone for it, basically. I mean, a few cynical people have obviously mentioned the fact that, you know, his missus is an ex-pop star and that, and, you know, because he was making at least a decent amount of money in football, you know, why did he need money from the club? At the end of the day, you've still got to pay the bills. You know, he's got to have some kind of income, because, you know, you can't expect the missus to fill in for everything. You know, I mean, you've got to put yourself into that person's position to truly understand it. Because when you're an outside looker looking in, you don't know the situation. All we know is that he's losing a big bunch of income, and we are standing up above pretty much anybody else to basically say, we're going to support you. And we have done £14,500 off of the third kit scheme that we ran, and whatever was made on that Chelsea game as well. So he's got a good bit of time there to provide for his family, and then learn to set himself up for a new career. You know, to adjust from a football player to something else in next to no time is impossible. So he's going to go to uni, and he's going to, I think what he said, he's going to be looking into sports directorship. So basically to become a director of a football club, which is brilliant, you know. So hopefully he could be a director of ours one day. I did drop that hint, naturally. But we'll see what the future brings for him. But yeah, that Chelsea game, it finished 6-1 in the end. We took the lead, Mo Toure scoring a penalty, looking quite sharp in the opening sort of half hour, but then no one really looked good then after that, because Chelsea completely dominated. Went to Tim Thraves after the game and mentioned the Chelsea number 8. I said, oh, do you think Flinny's going to walk over and start negotiations for a loan deal for him? Unfortunately, it looks as though Charlton have got first dibs on him, so yeah, that's a bit of a shame. Chelsea obviously want him playing at a higher level than what we got to offer, so yeah, that would have been a nice signing though. Earlier that day as well, there was talk that we played against Cardiff. Now, there's no real clarification out there really to say what the score was. It was a behind closed doors friendly match. It had to be, because you imagine Newport versus Cardiff, even if it's just a friendly match, it wouldn't have been friendly off the pitch, so you can understand the behind closed door situation there. It finished either 9-3 or 11-3, according to people. It was put out on the internet that it finished 9-3, and apparently someone asked one of the players who was there, who actually turned up for the Fraser game against Chelsea, and they were saying it was 11-3. No, it might have been someone in the middle, it might have been something over, it might have been something less. It looks like people lost count on that one, so doesn't really matter, you know. We didn't get to see the performance, so we don't really know what went on there. You know, it could have just been one of them games where everything they hit turned to gold. But not that bothered at all, to be honest with you. I say we're currently winning 1-0 at Hungerford, you know, playing a strong team with a right back apparently close to signing. Is trialist number 1 and the only trialist starting. So we'll see what that is, what that turns out to be. Yeah, so another thing that was really nice about the Chelsea game, though, mind, was Fraser's brother actually came on as a substitute for us towards the end. You know, I mean, he didn't really get much of a touch of the ball, but it was just a nice, you know, kind of gesture kind of thing, you know, just something for his family to savour, you know. It was just a nice send-off for him, all in all. So, yeah, I was particularly proud of my football club for that one. So, yeah. Onwards now, a lot of stuff going on about the new kits. You see, I'm wearing mine now. They're out now, of course. You know, you'll see the pictures coming up now. The home kit, you'll see the goalkeeper's first kit, which is the green one, and then the purple and pink one, and then the away kit for the club is the black one. Obviously, we know what the design is going to roughly look like for the third kit. Obviously, it's the Fraser Franks kit. So, Paddy Power are our sponsor, but they're calling it an unsponsorship. where they're actually paying us a sponsorship fee, but they don't put their name on our shirt, basically giving fans the shirts back. So there's no other names other than Newport County Football Club on there and the manufacturer. So I think that's a really good gesture from Paddy Power. I think it's a really good incentive. I think it's a win-win for them because they'll get the publicity they're looking for and the exposure they're looking for on the back of the good publicity that they're going to get on the back of doing something like this. So it's quite genius, really. And the clubs benefit from it, of course, and especially the fans. I think it's brilliant. I think it's something that should be adopted by other people as well. But I think Paddy Power have basically won with this one, because if everyone else starts doing it, people will know that they're only doing it because Paddy Power are doing it. So stroke of genius from them, I feel. Right then, so signing up a sponsor like Paddy Power is great, but player signings are the ones that we tend to look out for more than anything else. And we did make a new signing, Tristan Abrahams. I think this could be a very, very good signing. He looked very good for Leyton Orient. Got signed by Norwich. Has played for Exeter and Yeovil in League 2 recently. This is what he had to say. Just a quick little thing. Well, this is his tweet. Happy to start my next chapter. Newport County. Can't wait to get going. He also added, I'm absolutely buzzing to sign for the club and be back in the Football League again, hopefully playing regular games. To sign for a club like Newport is a big thing for me. The club will always hold a special place in my heart, being the place I made my professional debut. It's really good to be here. So he made his debut against us. Now, maybe he's going to shine like the bright star that people thought he was going to be, playing for us. So Michael Flynn, obviously this is the club's tweet, basically saying that Michael Flynn said Tristan adds invaluable competition for places in the attacking department. He's big, strong, left-footed and quick. And that's what you want. Someone big, someone strong, someone quick. You know, because you need strength, you need pace in the game these days, and you don't get many left-footed forwards who do overly well, other than the likes of Harry Kane, of course. But there we go. So Tristan Abrahams is a County player. Obviously, we mentioned Sam Foley earlier. Here's a picture of him playing for the County against Western. He put this picture up. Extremely proud to be wearing a County shirt again. But it did come out through the Argus that Flynn has said that there's no room for sentiment where he's involved, and he'll basically be signed if he feels he's right for the squad. I personally think he would be the final piece of our promotion puzzle. Myself, I think he would fit well in our midfield. He would complement our attack really well. He knows the club. The fans already love him. For me, it should be a no-brainer. You know, considering he's been playing Championship and League One football for a few years, and now obviously has played one season of League 2. Personally, I think there's going to be a lot of other League 2 teams, possibly even League 1 teams after him. If we don't sign him and somebody else does, and he has a great season for them, it'll be a big mistake. So there's obviously hope that he's going to sign. We don't know if he's there today with the squad for the Hungerford game to get one last run out, but we'll have to wait and see. But my instincts tell me that if we were going to sign him, we would have done so by now. So I don't know. I'm a little bit worried that we're going to let him go elsewhere. Right then. So the final part of this blog now is some particularly good news to do with the club and our income streams. There's been a lot of good news lately, but this, I think, is really good news. Bar Amber on Facebook put out that they've renewed the lease for another season, so we will be in Bar Amber for another season then. This is what they put out on Facebook here. We're here for another season up the county, starting tomorrow from 2 p.m. and Sunday 2 p.m. and every night from 6 p.m. Next week, we need the community, the fans, the loyal, the painters, the electricians, the labourers, the tea makers, anyone who wants to help out, ready for our first game of the season. Wear your old clothes, bring your drills, your brushes, paint. We need paint. Let's do this. So basically, calling on the community. It's been very much a community-built bar for the fans, by the fans, which I like that hashtag at the bottom there. I think it's a great place. It's making money for the club, you know, money that we haven't made since we had the old Bar Amber. Like I say, it's an income stream, and it is a base for fans to get together. I think it's been a huge success for the first season. For me, it had to be a no-brainer that we got it for another one, so I'm absolutely over the moon about that. So for those involved, well done, and for the likes of Darren Bourne and Ryan Courtney and the others who put all their time and effort into getting the pub where it is right now, I say a huge congrats and a huge thanks for putting in such a shift, really, for getting us somewhere like Bar Amber at the Ivy Bush. So yeah, there we go. And pretty much, guys, that's where we're going to leave it there. For those of you who are going to be tuning in tomorrow for the live stream, we'll be kicking off at 7 PM as per usual. No giveaway yet, unfortunately, because we haven't hit our subscribers yet, but 2,750 will trigger a giveaway. So make sure you get everybody you know to subscribe to the channel. I mean, it doesn't hurt, really, even if you just get in and like a couple of videos, watch a couple every now and again. Every little thing you do, if it's activity for the channel, helps. Plus, also, still looking for a sponsor. Anyone, I haven't really advertised it that well, so I plan to do that now over the weekend. If you're looking to sponsor this series, please drop us a line through one of our social media streams, or even drop us an email at countychoir1912@gmail.com. Yeah, we can discuss fees for sponsorship and what you get for it and everything like that by email or by messenger. You know, happy to do it either way. I'd even give you a call if you leave me your number, and we can have a chat about it then. Alright, so it could be very beneficial considering the upturn in subscribers and the upturn in activity on our social media channels. Could be a good opportunity for a small business out there. Okay, so thanks for watching again, guys. As per usual, up the county, and cheerio for now. I'll see you all for the kick-off next Saturday. Many thanks for watching the latest content on the Amber Army channel. Please make sure you leave us a like. Make sure you subscribe for more content, both for the neutral football fan and also plenty of Newport County. Even more Newport County content can be found on the club's iFollow channel on the link above. It is just £4.49 per month to subscribe to that service. And those of you feeling extra generous can also support us on Patreon on the link at the bottom there. That would be a monthly donation of your choice. Thank you again. Make sure you've subscribed, and as always, up the county.